Hi, my name is Dr. C and welcome back to Living Listed, the vlog style channel that follows me as I accomplish various things on my bucket list and hopefully inspire you to do the same. Today I'm going to be talking about how I accomplished number 67 on my bucket list, pursuing a side hustle as a makeup artist and failing. So like most people, I've always wanted to have a successful business, and I've always loved fashion and beauty and wanted to incorporate that into my life. And if I could do that in a way that was lucrative, that would be awesome. I have consumed a lot of fashion and beauty related content. I would watch a lot of beauty gurus, fashion influencers post their content on social media, and I watched them become more and more successful over the years. And over time, I grew envious of their position, admittedly, and I wanted to be in a similar situation. So in 2014, my second year of residency, I took action on that. In 2014, I felt like I was a little late to join the creative sphere by creating a page or a channel alone. I wanted to reap the most benefit from my investment in time, so I thought that the best way to do that was to provide a service and obtain content from that service which can be promoted, and therefore you can have an income stream generated by the service that you're providing. And if you build a large enough audience, that can also be a source of income as well. So there were two services I was debating on providing. One was being a fashion stylist and the other one was makeup artistry. I ultimately went with makeup artistry because I felt being a fashion stylist was way too involved and required way too many tools. I believe you have to be in contact with the designers and stores to obtain clothing and accessories to help style shoots, and I feel like you have to have more of a knowledge in regards to what looks good on different people in various body shapes, and it was too much to learn something that I wasn't as interested in. So I went with makeup artistry, and the problem was that I was not very good at it, and I knew that there was a lot to learn. So I invested in some online courses. At that time, there was Tamana Roshan's Dress Your Face Academy and Scott Barnes' Makeup Academy. Of the two, I really like Scott Barnes' technique, but I would not recommend his course because he doesn't update his content or his website regularly. And using the course material, I applied makeup on myself and practiced for about a month. And after that, I invested about $1,500 in a makeup kit. By the way, I invested in some Morphe products because they were recommended by a lot of artists, and those were some of the worst makeup investments I have ever made. I'm pretty sure they had to have changed the quality since 2014, but based on my experience, I would never recommend that brand to anyone. At the time, that was a lot of money for me, but I figured that the kit hopefully would ultimately pay for itself with the clients that I got. And over the course of the next 3 to 4 months, I worked on friends and family who were generous enough to lend me their face and hair. My first gig was a wedding. One of my friends caught wind as to what I was doing and wanted to help me out, so she booked me for a trial for wedding makeup, and that trial went horribly. Her makeup did not look good, and rightfully so. She did not book me for her wedding, but for some reason she recommended me to her future in-laws. In South Asian weddings, the in-laws get dressed up almost as much as the bride, and so does the bride's family. So they were expecting heavy, detailed, ornate makeup. So I showed up to the appointments like 3.5 hours ahead of time because I was initially told that I was going to be performing makeup and doing care for 2 to 3 people, and I thought that was an adequate amount of time. Unfortunately, 2 to 3 people turned into 7 people, and I was rushing to get things done. Even though I tried my best, I did not do a very good job at all. I did attend the wedding, and I remember one of the girls being really upset because even before the wedding had started, the makeup basically melted off her face. She was not very happy, which I can understand. And after that situation, I vowed never to work in a South Asian wedding again. So instead, I contacted local photographers and worked with them on shoots, commercial shoots, editorial shoots, which was much more in line with what I wanted to do. And while I did enjoy that, I learned that makeup artistry was not something for me, and I stopped pursuing it. A lot of people would call that a failure, but for me, it was a learning opportunity. And I learned a lot of things that I could apply when in pursuit of another opportunity. One of the first things that I learned about myself was that if I'm going to pursue a side hustle, I really don't want to leave my house. It's just is way too involved when you're trying to provide a service that is very hands-on. It's exhausting. As a side note, I do travel and work a lot as a physician, and just having to do that double the time was very taxing. The second thing I learned was that I don't really like beautifying other people, especially if it comes at the cost of sacrificing my own self-presentation. A common occurrence that would happen when I was working as a makeup artist was that I would be so focused on trying to make other people look beautiful that my self-presentation was less than stellar. My hair was never done. I never had any makeup on. My clothes were very old because I was afraid to soil my nice clothes with makeup. So I never looked put together, and that really affected my mood. Number 3, I learned that I don't like doing any heavy labor. Makeup artistry is actually really hard. And I didn't realize that beforehand. First of all, my makeup case was about 30 pounds, and I actually injured both of my shoulders trying to carry it to and from shoots. Also, when I finally got to the shoot, I was basically bent over applying makeup to a client for like 3 to 4 hours, and that was really uncomfortable. So I did consider that back-breaking labor, so to speak, and I never want to do that again. Number 4, I did not enjoy having no authority as a makeup artist. I didn't have any involvement in the creative direction of a shoot. They didn't want my input on anything, which I didn't like the feel of. And it was different than what I typically experienced. I'm a physician and I get a lot more authority. I'm usually in charge, calling the shots, managing everything. So I missed that. Number 5, I hated having that much product. Having too many things actually gives me a lot of anxiety. So it was actually kind of a relief when I stopped pursuing makeup artistry on the side, because I no longer had to invest in constantly collecting makeup to create all these different looks for various clients. And I was very happy to get rid of some of it. Number 6, I learned to never quit my day job. Number 7, I learned how to apply makeup on myself and do my own hair, which was great because for an event, I don't really have to go to a salon or hire someone to apply my makeup and do my hair. Oftentimes I do it myself, and that was a good skill to learn. At the end of it all, pursuing makeup artistry was a great learning experience, and I did something important. I failed fast. Ramit Sethi, who is a financial guru, he talks about the importance of failing fast because you don't want to be spending months and months or years pursuing an endeavor and finding out that you don't like it, or that it's unsuccessful, or that it's not going to be lucrative later on. You would rather find that early on before committing a lot of time to it. I'm also really proud of myself for pursuing something that I wanted to for years, and doing that really resolved my envy for people in the fashion industry, the beauty industry. I do still love makeup and fashion, and I was thinking of ways to incorporate that into my life and creating content in that regard. So in order to appease that want, I ended up transitioning from providing a service to creating a YouTube channel. I have a separate YouTube channel dedicated to beauty, fashion, lifestyle, and basically anything that doesn't fit hair on this channel. And I'll link it down below if you want to check it out. So that was my story of being unsuccessful at something I was pursuing. And now I would like to hear from you. What is something that you tried to accomplish but were unsuccessful, and what did you learn from that experience? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you're interested in setting and accomplishing your own goals, I would love to help you do that. If you head over to my website and sign up for my mailing list, you'll have my free ultimate guide to creating and conquering your living list and getting your life in order sent straight to your inbox. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial in regards to achieving your goals, how to stay motivated, how to get started, I do have a more in-depth course available called Goal-Oriented, How to Accomplish Anything. I will also link the information to that down below. Again, this is Dr. C. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.